Welcome to New Day, Cleveland. I'm David Moss. Going to be hollering at you today. Going to make something I had in Hawaii the other day. Let me close this down a little bit so we can talk. So I went to Hawaii to see a movie called Midway, and while I was there, I was next door to a Disney hotel, and all the guys were talking about going over to get this treat. This treat was called a Dole Whip. So everyone starts laughing about Dole Whip, and then kids start remembering. People start remembering like when they were kids having this Dole Whip thing, which is something Walt Disney discovered at the Dole Plantation in Hawaii, and he took this treat, this dessert, or this like ice cream kind of delight to all of his resorts, and it became like a very popular item. So if you sometime you walk around and you say, have you ever been to Disneyland, Disney World, or any place like that? And they go, yeah, I've been there before. They said, have you ever had a Dole Whip? And when you say Dole Whip, their eyes go a little wider and their smile gets a little bit bigger, and it reminds them of when they were kids, and they all want to try it. So we're gonna try and make this Dole Whip thing for you. It's pretty easy. I've got 2 cups of frozen pineapple in here, Dole pineapple, just the chunks, and I've got 1/3 cup of coconut milk in here, along with a tablespoon of powdered sugar and a little pinch of salt. So let's give it a little ride here and see if we can get it to go again. There we go. Get it up to speed. So it wants to do it. So anyhow, they make this thing in a couple different flavors too. They put them in swirls. They make desserts with them. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put a little mussel in here, get it off the side. Now watch out, right? This is fly around. Maybe we get Natalie in here to take a look at this, huh? Oh yeah.
You don't have to ask me twice. I cannot believe I've never had one of these.
Well, you know what happened was, it was pretty hot in Hawaii, so we were out traveling around. We went out to Pearl Harbor. I went there for that movie called Midway. Remember I was telling you about that?
Great movie, you said, right?
Yeah, it was terrific. So while we were there, we went out to Pearl Harbor, and we traveled around a little bit, and I'll show you some pictures from the journey as I get this together for you.
Are you expecting me to make one over here?
No, you know what? We have dual towers here because we're gonna, when we finish this one up, I'm gonna make another one. I'm gonna try bananas.
Ooh.
So this is one of the breakfasts I had there.
That looked spectacular.
That is chia. That's a chia seed pudding breakfast, and they soak the chia seeds overnight in almond milk, and then they serve it the next day with the strawberries and the blueberries, and that was breakfast. And if you didn't want that,
it's gorgeous.
They had a decent looking fruit plate. What do you think of that fruit plate?
Just a little bit.
Is that crazy looking?
I've seen better. I'm joking. That is absolutely beautiful. Look at that, the pineapple that's carved out.
How do you like that sound?
That had to cost a pretty penny.
Yeah. No, I think that sell was about $15 or something like that.
Yeah, well, yeah, when you're on vacation. Oh, look at you!
So I'm in front of the USS Missouri. That's where the treaty was signed to end World War II. And that's sitting in Pearl Harbor, USS Missouri. That's a big ship. Those guns, each one of those guns shoot a shell that weigh like as much as a Volkswagen.
Jeez.
Isn't that incredible?
Now look what else you had the opportunity to watch.
Well,
wow.
this is a different application for coconut shells.
Okay, yes.
As you can see, we got 2, 4, 6 coconut shells.
I was expecting to see you up there on stage.
That would be 3
dance and do a little
coconuts.
hula dance.
There were a bunch of people up there jumping around, but I was not one of them. But they had a little bit of a luau when we showed up. That was right after we saw the movie. And I'll tell you, this movie Midway is unbelievable. Roland Emmerich directs the thing. Dennis Quaid is in it, and Patrick Wilson is in it. A whole bunch of great folks, but it is really great. Now this is a weird picture. This is where they never let anyone in before, not even the guide they said, and this is where they broke the code of the Japanese right at Midway, and that's how they found out where Yamamoto was, who was one of the great admirals of the Japanese fleet, and that's how they got to him. So this is one of the things you see when you're down there. Are you using OPSEC to deny your adversary vital mission information? So they're like, you know, quiet, you're not supposed to talk about anything, right?
Yes. That's really neat. You saw a lot, and you were there for how many hours?
I got there Friday. I came home Sunday night. Yeah, it was sort of quick.
It's a whirlwind. I don't know how he does it, but he does it.
It was fun. Okay, so we got this thing going here.
Well, so if the banana is for this one, did I miss it? What did you mix in this
Okay,
one?
I'll show you in a minute. I'll get this served up for you so you can give it a little try. As you can see, it's a little, you know, you have to work on it a little bit.
Look at that.
There we go.
Beautiful.
We got a little spoon for you.
Thank you.
So at any rate, while you're trying that, tell me what you think of that.
Pineapple is heavenly.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
Wow.
So I guess I was talking to Andy
getting a brain
Fishman, he's the
freeze
news
instantly.
director here, and he's a aficionado of Disney. So I was mentioning it to him, and he says when they get any Disney resort, that's the first thing the kids want. When they get off the plane or out of the cab or out of the bus, they run straight to this place and get one of these.
Oh, and is the coconut flavoring just from the coconut milk?
Yeah.
That's it?
In the strawberry.
Wow.
And sometimes you put strawberries in if you want. They have different flavors.
That is so refreshing. And, I mean, dare I say, it's kind of healthy. It's healthy.
Is this a hard pineapple or what?
Can't eat that one. This is so good.
It's
I've been missing out my whole life.
So I'm gonna put another one of these together. So meanwhile, this movie Midway opens on November 8th. And it's one of those films that, you know, if you like war films or battle films or even like Star Wars kind of films, the effects in this thing are just unbelievable. So we'll talk a little bit more about that. I'm gonna put another one together. I'm gonna throw some banana in it, which will change the flavor a little bit. It'll be interesting to see how that one turns out. We'll find out right after the break.